Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the coordinate geometry. One portion of the coordinate geometry, that is distance formula, that we have already done. So today we will do the graphical portion of the coordinate geometry. This topic is also not new for you as you are doing graphs from class 7 onwards. So again, before starting with this topic, I just want to consider all these terms that is going to be used in this coordinate geometry. First is dependent and independent variables. So there are two type of variables. One is dependent, other is independent. So we'll just consider the equation P is equals to 4S. This is a formula of perimeter of the square, that is equals to 4S. S is the side, P is the perimeter. So if the side of the square is given, suppose S is 2 centimeter, then perimeter will be 4 into 2, that is 8 centimeter. That means the value of the perimeter is dependent on S. So in this case, S is independent variable and P is dependent variable because P value is dependent on side. Next is order pair. When a pair of two numbers, any numbers you can take, suppose if we write down x and y like this in the brackets, it becomes an order pair. X belongs to the values of, or example like 3, 2. So 3, 2, when we pair two numbers in a specific order in which 3 is at first place and 2 is at the second place, this is called an order pair. Always remember 3, 2 and 2, 3, they can't be equal. Okay, next is coordinate axis. As we have seen the graph paper, you can see the sheet. This is also a graph paper. In previous classes, you have taken the graphs of the small block that we generally consider 1 unit is equals to 1 centimeter. But in class 9 and 10th, according to the board, we have to use the 2 centimeter graph paper in which the big blocks like this you will get. So this block represent 2 centimeter. This is a 2 centimeter graph paper. So this is the graph paper. When we will divide the graph paper into two parts, vertically and horizontally, these axis is known as coordinate axis. Horizontal line is known as x-axis, vertical line is known as y-axis, and they both x-axis and y-axis are perpendicular to each other, and wherever these two meet, that point is known as O. That means the origin. O is origin, and origin coordinates are always 0, 0. Right side of the horizontal is the positive values of x and left side is the negative values of x. Similarly, the vertical axis, the upper portion is positive y and the lower portion is negative y. So these are x-axis and y-axis are known as a coordinate axis. And here the values of x is known as abscissa and values of y is known as ordinate. Suppose if I'll take the example, it's 1, 2. When represent the values of x and 2 represent the value of y. X value is known as abscissa and y value is known as the ordinates. And we know how to represent this 1 and 2 on the graph paper. Quadrants. Next is quadrants. The coordinate axis is divide the plane of the graph paper into 4 regions, that is known as quadrant. This is the first quadrant and we will move anti-clockwise. So first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is your third quadrant and this is your fourth quadrant. In first quadrant, both the values are positive. In the second quadrant, this side x value is negative, y value is positive. So negative value and y value is positive. In third quadrant, both the values of x and y will be negative. Similarly, in the fourth quadrant, the value of x is positive and value of y is negative. So these are the basic information that I have provided you. Now we will start with the simplest questions. Now I am just explaining how to plot the points. So again, this is a 2 centimeter graph paper. Here I am taking 2 centimeter is equals to 1 unit. First you have to represent x minus x. This is positive y. This is negative y. So I am taking this complete block as 1. So 2 centimeter I have considered as 1 unit. So 1, 2, 3 and I'm taking till 4. Similarly 1, 2, 3 and here it is -1, -2, -3 and -4. Similarly here also. Okay, now see, first we have to plot the point like origin. Origin coordinates are always 0. So origin is 0, 0. Second is, suppose we have taken 2 and -2. 2x value 2, that is positive here, and y value is -2. Wherever these two points meet, that point is known as 2 and -2. Okay, see, 2 -2 from this side and 2 is from this side, so their meeting point is this particular point. Next, suppose we have to plot -4, 2. So -4 of x here and 2 of y this side. So here on the graph paper, -4, 2. Third is, suppose we have to plot 3, 0. Now please children, be careful for this 3, 0. Here x value is 3, y value is 0. Okay, so when y value is 0 and x value is 3, that means this point will lie on x-axis. Always remember, on x-axis the value of y is always 0 and on y-axis the value of x is always 0. So 3, 0 will be on x-axis. X is 3, y is 0. Similarly, if we have to plot a point 0, -1. Now here we can see the value of x is 0 and value of y is -1. So value of y is given, that is negative. So we have to see this side. Here is this point and this point will lie on y-axis, 0, -1. One more thing children, if they said what is the equation of x-axis, the equation of x-axis is always y is equals to 0, because on x-axis the value of y is always 0. Similarly, equation of y-axis is x is equals to 0. If they said plot x is equals to 0, that means you have to plot a y-axis. If they say plot y is equals to 0, that means you have to plot x-axis. So on y-axis the value of x is 0, on x-axis value of y is 0. Please take note the equations of x-axis and y-axis. In this way you can plot any point. So children, exercise 21A, the first 4 questions are just the plotting of points that you practiced. Now I have picked up question number 6. The points A, B, D are the 3 vertices of a square ABCD. Plot these points on a graph paper and hence find the coordinates of the vertex C. So here you will take a 2 cm graph paper. If it's not available, then you practice it on 1 cm, that small blocks graph paper. But in board you are going to get the 2 cm graph paper. If possible, try to practice it on the 2 cm graph paper. So see, first you'll divide the graph paper like this, that I have divided. X-axis and y-axis, plot the points. Okay, I have taken scale as 2 cm is equals to 1 unit. Okay, so this block, one block is of 1 unit I have considered. So now the first point A is 3, 2. Now A is 3, 2 means x is 3, y is 2. So here is the point x3, y2. This point is A. You have to mention the name as well as the coordinates. Next is 0, 5. Now x is 0, y is 5. That means this point will lie on y-axis. So 0, 5. This is point B. Next point is D. That is 0, -1. Again x is 0, y is -1. Again this point will lie on y-axis but on the negative side. So this point is D, that is 0, -1. Now they said find the coordinates of the vertex C. So this is a square. So what we have to do, first we have to join. So I am joining DA, then AB. Now see, where will be the point C? C will also be on the same distance from the y-axis. Like here, the distance of A from the y-axis is 1 block, 2 and 3 blocks, means 3 cm. So this side C will also be at the 3 units apart from the y-axis. So 1, 2, 3. Here it will be C. So graphically you have to find out the vertex of C. So this is C. What will be the coordinates? Now we can see C is -3 and y is 2. So coordinates of C is -3, 2. So now we will join BC and then we will join CD. So this is our required square. Again I'll just repeat. A is at a distance of 3 units from the y-axis. C 1, 2 and this is 3 units. Similarly the C will be opposite to A and that will also be at the same distance. So 1, 2 and this is 3 units apart. That's why, and as we know, the diagonals of the square are also perpendicular to each other and they bisect also each other. That concept also we can use here. So in this way we will complete the square as well as find out the third vertex, that is C. Next question I have picked up from exercise 21B, that is draw the graph of x plus 4 is equals to 0. The same question they can ask it like x is equals to -4. So both, if they ask x plus 4 is equals to 0 or x is equals to -4, it's the same thing. Because in the first, if we'll shift 4 to other side, it becomes -4. So here they have just given x is equals to -4. So what we will do in this case, we'll see where is x. Here x is -4 on the left hand side, here this point. So we will draw a line. X is equals to 4 means we will draw a line which will pass through x is equals to -4 and which is parallel to the y-axis. So this is the equation, this is the graph of the equation x is equals to -4. That's it. For x is equals to -4, or if suppose the question is draw a graph for x is equals to 2 or x minus 2 is equals to 0. It's the same thing. Okay, so what we will do, we'll see where x is equals to 2. X is equals to 2 is here because it's a positive side, positive value, so we'll see the positive side. So x is equals to 2, we'll draw a line which will pass through the value of x, that is 2, and this is parallel to y-axis. So x is equals to 2. This is the graph of x is equals to 2. If they say draw the graph of x is equals to 0, then as I told you earlier, x is equals to 0 means y-axis, this one. So on y-axis you will write down x is equals to 0. If they say draw the graph of y is equals to 0, that means this is a x-axis, because on x-axis the value of y is always 0. So y is equals to 0 is the equation of x-axis and x is equals to 0 is the equation of y-axis. Now similarly, if they said draw the graph of, and put arrows at the end of line. Okay, draw the graph of y plus 5 is equals to 0. That means the value of y is -5. So we have to check here. Now see where the value of y is -5, this side. So y is -5 here. So we will draw a line which will pass through y value is -5, and this is the graph of y is equals to -5, or you can say y plus 5 is equals to 0. If they say draw the graph of y is equals to 2, so we have to see where the value of y is 2, positive here. So we will draw a line which will pass through 2 and we will give the name y is equals to 2. This is the graph of the equation y is equals to 2. Put arrows at the end of line. Okay, so children, today you will practice exercise 21A. That is very easy, just plotting of the points, and first 6 question of exercise 21B. Thank you.